Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a sales process that, a lot of us will go through, but very few of us really understand. We're going to break down the exact playbook one company uses to sell something major, like a new roof, right in your home.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. What we're about to walk through, it's not just a product demo. It's this really carefully built psychological path. It's designed to take a homeowner from just, being casually interested to making an urgent emotional decision to buy. And all in one single visit.
So step one, it's all about gathering intel. Before anyone even talks about a single shingle, the goal is to map out your emotional and financial situation. And they do it so smoothly, you'd never guess you're being, profiled.
And the key here is to make sure it never, ever feels like an interrogation. So instead of asking, hey, how's your pension? A rep might try something like, oh, my uncle retired from your company too. They have an amazing pension plan, right? Or if they want to know what you've spent on your house before, they make it relatable. What a small world. My mom's actually looking for a deck. Who did you guys use? You see, it all just feels like a normal, friendly conversation.
This right here, this really gets to the heart of the strategy. Asking if you've gotten other bids, that immediately puts you on the defensive. The playbook flips that on its head. By asking what you like about your roof, it gets you to start talking, and pretty soon, you're volunteering everything you hate about it. You end up identifying the problems yourself, which for the salesperson is a way more powerful place to start.
All right, let's get to the heart of the drama. Once the salesperson has gathered all that information, the next phase is all about building this really powerful, undeniable sense of urgency.
This psychological flip is everything. The whole inspection process is engineered to take a homeowner who thinks, yeah, I'm just planning ahead, and turn them into someone who is genuinely panicked, feeling like they've already waited way too long.
This quote, it's right from their training manual, and it's key. A salesperson's job isn't to find issues. Issues can be ignored, right? You can push them off. Their job is to find problems. A problem, by its very nature, needs a solution right now. And that's what triggers the sale.
And they have this simple, repeatable formula they use for every single flaw they find. First, what is happening? Second, why is it happening? And third, what's going to happen if you don't fix it? It's a little narrative structure they use over and over, designed to build this story of escalating doom with every photo they show you.
Let's see how it works with something really common, like granule loss.
The rep explains, look, these little granules protect the asphalt. When they're gone, the sun just bores holes straight into it. Then water gets in, then the wood starts to rot, it seeps into your attic, your insulation, and before you know it, it's dripping onto your brand new floors. It's a full-blown chain reaction of catastrophe.
And this is where they make it hurt. They tie that final, awful consequence to a very specific, very painful dollar amount. It's not just rotted wood anymore, it's an extra $8,000 you're going to have to pay if you wait. All of a sudden, that problem isn't abstract anymore. It's a direct thread to your wallet.
And get this, according to the training, being able to make a mountain out of a molehill is a core skill. The good news for the salesperson is that the training also claims something like 95% of roofs are installed poorly anyway. That means they can almost always find the ammunition they need to build the sense of urgency, even if the roof is practically brand new.
Okay, so now the customer is feeling the pressure. The urgency is there. The next step is to deal with the price, but not by lowering it. Instead, they completely reframe the conversation, turning a scary cost into a wise investment.
This whole process is called price conditioning. The idea is to anchor your perception of value so high that when they finally reveal the actual price, it feels logical, it feels smart. You stop thinking about the price tag today and start thinking about the long-term cost of doing nothing.
This chart is their secret weapon. It's the visual anchor. The entire logic they're presenting is that buying a cheap roof now and then having to buy another one in 10 or 12 years is actually the more expensive way to go over the long haul.
And here's the math they walk you through. They'll say, look, a cheap roof is $20,000 today, but with inflation, the next one in 10 years is going to be $40,000. That's $60,000 total. When you put it next to a one-time investment of $53,000 for a permanent fix, well, the playbook is designed to make that cheaper option feel like the most expensive mistake you could possibly make.
Then, the conversation takes a turn. It stops being about just saving money.
Now it's about making money. They'll argue that a standard asphalt roof adds zero resale value. It's like new tires on a car. But a permanent system, that's an upgrade. It generates a real return on investment. And when you combine that with normal home appreciation, they argue it can basically pay for itself.
And just notice how they end this part. It's with a closed-ended commitment question. The whole logical argument is built to get you to say yes right here. It locks you into the idea that a single permanent investment is the only smart move.
So let's get to the final piece of the puzzle and see how this all comes together. This entire process, it's not just designed to give you information, it's designed to systematically take away every possible path for you to say no.
This is really the master strategy. Think of it as a funnel. Each step, the profiling, the urgency, the investment framing, it's designed to close off one of your escape routes, narrowing your options down until the only logical thing left to do is sign the contract.
And you can see right here how the playbook just shuts down all the common objections before you can even raise them. I need to think about it? Well, that was taken care of by making the problem feel incredibly urgent. I need to shop around? Nope. That door closed when you agreed the single investment was the smartest financial choice. Even I need to do more research gets minimized, because at this point, the salesperson has become the ultimate expert who's already shown you the truth. This quote from the training really says it all. The sign of a top performer isn't how well they handle objections at the end. It's that they run the playbook so perfectly that those objections never even have a chance to come up. They've already been solved.
And that leaves us with this final thought, doesn't it? When a sales process is this polished, this psychologically fine-tuned, who is really making the decision? By understanding how this playbook works, we can all get a much better handle on that intricate dance of a high-stakes sale, whether we're the one buying or the one selling.